I'm gonna kill this fucker here again just because I can. Oh right, I didn't have fucking... Wrong button. What did I put my quickest button on? Not that, it's immediate. Like, if I actually enjoy the game for like a short moment and I focus, like my gameplay becomes 10 times better. I know it does. Like some of these like boss fights are example in this game of that. Like there's fleeting moments of where I actually just enjoyed the game for like some amount of time, and then it's just, you know, when we move on to like next area or something, and it's just fucking garbled bullshit again, you know. Just some very short fleeting moments of just like some fun to be had, and then it's just kind of back to the same shit, you know. I really fucking hate this. Like, let me aim my fucking attacks. How about... Dude, I think all... If I would change just one thing about this fucking game, take the soft locking off from the combat, that single change alone would make me enjoy this game so fucking much more. Literally just that single damn thing. They could keep everything else the same. That's probably the single biggest thing that hurts this game the most. Like, you can't have soft locking this fucking hard in a game like this. It feels so much more clumsier to play than it ever should be because of this. Is she back turned to us or... Whatever. Flash with the third attack. Like, I feel like I would enjoy this game's combat, like, quite a bit if soft locking wasn't the thing. This is literally just, yeah, we're just done here. God, I hate this so much, man. It's like, more I started to play, like, all kinds of, like, you know, third-person or action RPG type games, the more I feel like I have to be like annoyed or / disappointed or frustrated by these games that are like mostly should be only good, but then there's things in them that are just so fucking like badly done, like egregiously badly done compared to like, you know, the vast majority of things that are inside those games that just like take me out of the experience entirely and just make me fucking, you know, not wanna play it or enjoy it. You know, some other like games where I really felt guilty for like not enjoying it more than I maybe should would be like, okay, that trap is just fucked. Would be like the Horizon games. Okay, what is wrong with that trap? Like both the two Horizon games, I feel like I feel bad for those two Horizon games. Let's put it that way. Because those games have very good quality on them. But it's just, oh my god, those traps are fucking horrendous. Holy shit. That is fucking awful. Like, both the two Horizon games, I feel like those two games, like, they deserve a lot more respect that they are getting. Those two games. Like, there's obviously, like, some people that really enjoy that kind of, like, those kinds of games, but, like, I feel like those kinds, like, both the Horizon games are like, they're like newbie friendly enough to the point where I feel like anybody who plays those games, even if they didn't like plan on enjoying that kind of game first, should actually enjoy that game when they just get more time in it, you know? But I, regardless of how much time I got into those, I never really enjoyed them one bit, really. Although in Zero Dawn it was nice to like be able to like, you know, find fun ways to like cheese machines by just, you know, running some like very explosive builds. Dude, fucking hell with this Sense Fortress bullshit in every fucking area in this fucking game, man. Dear heavens, and everything has a grab attack as well. Oh my god, just fucking get me off. Dude, I feel like I could enjoy this game's combat such a nice bit if the fucking soft locking wasn't there. Like, there's a lot of fun things you can do in this game's combat, but like, because the fundamental movement is just so fucking infuriating to fucking try to use, it's just like, it sours the entire fucking experience. I fucking hate this. Like, this is one of, like, honestly, I feel like this game is just as conflicting for me to try to like as something like Lords of the Fallen. Like, I still don't think that Lords of the Fallen is that good of a game at all. I really don't. It's just frustrating and annoying to play. The same thing as this. But the thing with Lords of the Fallen as well, it's in the awkward fucking middle ground, like this game is, where like it feels like the game should be better than it is. And I even tried to go back into that game again, and I went ahead and recorded an entire playthrough of it again that you can find on YouTube as well, where like I tried to like see if maybe another round in the game made me like enjoy or appreciate it more on like a different, you know, unique ending of the game, and it's kind of like I felt the same exact issues that I felt when I played the game the first time, and they were so overwhelming that, you know, my experience overall was better in that game as an example, but I would still not change my entire opinion of how I feel about the game when I play it, you know, or after I had played it again, you know. And the same exact thing would happen with this game as well. Like, if I would sometimes, or some time after, feel like, you know, maybe I just judged this game wrong or something, and I'm like, you know, I want to like see if I can, you know, feel a better experience by just changing my attitude towards it or something, and, you know, it's like a very momentary like thing that you can just kind of like forcefully change how you approach something, you know. You can't keep that like attitude all the time, or motivation, or just change how you play, or, you know, that kind of thing. It's something that like you have to intrinsically feel from the extrinsic like you know, surroundings of for your motivation that you have a reason to feel different about that something, you know. And I don't think I would ever feel different about this game in that sense. Lords of the Fallen is the same thing. But the thing with Lords of the Fallen compared to this game, the movement in that game is better. When you're not in the combat in that game, the movement is better than in this game. However, when you're fighting something in that game, it's not far a bit less or more annoying than it is in this game. However, very fucking important thing, there is no soft locking in combat in that game. That fact alone makes just fighting anything in that game just feel more enjoyable, because you feel like you're more in control. In Lords of the Fallen, as an example, one of the reasons as to why it feels disconnecting or disorienting or less satisfying when you're in combat with enemies compared to, like, you know, how this game has the same issue, is that it's the punishing mechanics, or the punish mechanics of that game, that are one of the bigger issues. Like, you know, run attacks in that game, for example, they are quite janky and they last a lot, like very often like too long amount of time. Heavy charge attacks are a lot the same. This game also kind of the same with the heavy charge attacks as well. They kind of feel like too slow a lot of the time compared to like, you know, how fast enemies are swinging, so you don't really get a lot of them out. But this game is a bit better with that. Or like how in Lords of the Fallen rolling is goes too far distance a lot of the time, and how you can accidentally like input your roll like too many times in a row to like kill yourself with like fall damage, for example. Or how like when an enemy like knocks you off the edge, you go like fucking 5 meters backwards when a pilgrim fucking punches you or something. Or, you know, it's kind of like exactly like these punish mechanics. When you have already pressed an action in the game, it feels like everything that happens in the game afterwards feels like it's too like punishing. It's like a common way to like describe that. And obviously like because of how much more floatier and less snappy the game's like dodge mechanic is, it also like forces the boss fights in the game to be a bit more lenient and less like you know, fast action focused. Like this game's boss fights are an example of boss fights where there's a good middle ground between like very fast action, but also like some floatiness and some like, you know, slower paced like bosses or attacks that, you know, maneuvers or behaviors from bosses that kind of allow you to like, you know, kind of just, you know, play with one arm for like a moment and it's kind of just fine, you know. It doesn't like always require you to be like, you know, always like up to the point and not be like too punishing, you know. Lords of the Fallen is a lot the same with, you know, its boss designs as well. You know. But this game is definitely much more aggressive, you know, still even compared to that. When it comes to like how punishing like boss fights are, as an example. They require you to be a bit more aware and like punctual with your timings, you know. But not to the point where you actually feel satisfied when you're like fighting a boss, as an example. Over back here. Does she say that I will hack you or I will fight you? I enjoyed fighting this enemy significantly fucking more than before. And you know what is the only difference? No, I don't know their moveset well enough. It's because I'm focusing on the game a bit more, so I'm just playing better and I enjoy it more because of that. And why is that? Because my attitude is different towards the game. Not a lot different, but a bit different. Because I enjoyed it a tiny bit more, my attitude is a bit different. It's not something I can just fucking change on the fly and be like, you know, I just enjoy this more because I enjoy it more. My gameplay is now better also because I enjoy it more, you know? That's not how it works. Fundamentally, if I would like, hypothetically, like with the Lords of the Fallen example, if I would take a break from this game at some point after I have one playthrough under my belt of it, go back to it after, I don't know, half a year or something, I would feel these exact same feelings towards this game, and my opinion of it would likely not change. Would my playthrough experience then, on the second playthrough, presumably like whenever that would be, ever, you know? Would my opinion of the game and feelings of the game be better compared to my first playthrough? Very likely so. Like with Lords of the Fallen. It would be mildly better, yes, but it wouldn't be once again something that I would actually like enjoy, you know? And it's so oh, fucking hell. I'm not jumping there. And it's so mildly, like, disappointing and disheartening to say that. It really is. It just feels bad, really. So much potential in games like this just kind of thrown away.